Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Israel Brief brought to you by Lay of the Land. I'm Rolene Marks, your host, bringing you the top stories from Israel and the region every Monday to Thursday right here and on YouTube. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please click on the big red subscribe button. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please go to YouTube and click on the big red subscribe button. It certainly helps us. But without further ado, let's take a look at those top stories. And Saeb Erekat, the PLO negotiator and former Secretary General, has passed away due to complications from the COVID-19 virus. Erekat has been in Hadassah Hospital getting care for the virus and has been in critical condition. Tributes have poured in from members of the EU as well as former negotiators from Israel and the United States. Erekat was known for leading possible negotiations for the Palestinians and was one of the organizers or negotiators for the Oslo Accords and was vehemently opposed to the Trump plan. He was 65 years old. President Mahmoud Abbas has declared 3 days of mourning. Erekat was treated in Hadassah Hospital, which is contrary to the original statement put out by the PLO that he was treated in a hospital in Tel Aviv. While we're talking about COVID, we have some discussion taking place in our COVID cabinet whether or not to open up gyms and malls. This comes as street-facing stores opened on Sunday. However, there has been a small uptick in the mortality rate, that is the rate of infections. And as Prime Minister Netanyahu warned, if there was an increase in the amount of infections, we would not be lifting any more restrictions. So up for debate right now is whether or not to open up the malls and the gyms. And also up for debate is whether or not to introduce mandatory vaccination. This comes fresh off the news yesterday that Pfizer's vaccine had tested 90% positive in preventing coronavirus. And we're looking at the UK, who are already talking about their plans to roll out the virus. So watch the space. Let's see how things transpire. And our favorite topic for the last couple of months has been normalization and the track that is taking in the Middle East and beyond into Africa. And we have it confirmed today that Israel's first delegation to the Sudan will depart on Sunday. This follows the Bahraini deal between Israel and the Bahrainis being ratified in the Knesset today, and the exciting news that from January, Israelis will now be able to fly direct to Manama. This also follows news that yesterday our first plane load of Israeli tourists to the United Arab Emirates via Fly Dubai, they have landed, and happy shopping, guys. We don't know if the Emiratis know what they're in for with this influx of Israelis, but it's all very exciting. And all three Emirati airlines, Etihad, Emirates and Fly Dubai, have signed contracts to fly to and fro Israel, and it's all very, very exciting. And if that wasn't enough, we do have a delegation of about 200 business people and leaders who will be leaving for Dubai to discuss the possibility of increasing cooperation and investment. And we really hope that this continues as the Biden administration takes power in Washington, D.C. within the next couple of months. Those are the top stories making headlines, and don't forget you can read our original content online on our website at www.layoftheland.online. You can read Diana Petrank-Pelled's article, Yes, We're Just Like You, Believe It or Not, Israelis are just like everybody else. We have the same fears and the same concerns as we navigate the coronavirus crisis. Give that a read. It's up on our website. It's also up on our Facebook page. And if you already haven't, please give us a like or a follow by joining our Facebook community and sharing our content. We really appreciate it when you do. Don't forget to subscribe to that YouTube channel. You can find us at the Israel Brief and interact with us on Twitter at Lay of the Land with the digit 5. So with today's edition of the Israel Brief, I'm Rolene Marks, and wishing you all a safe and a healthy rest of your Tuesday, and we'll speak again tomorrow.